Most people look at high achievers and assume they won a cosmic lottery. But success isn't a game of chance. It's a calculated decision. The business philosopher Jim Rohn discovered a distinct pattern among top performers. You do not wait for success to arrive so you can finally act successful. You act like the best right now, and that action forces you to become it. Average performers get this backward. They wait until they feel completely confident, or until the conditions are perfect before they make a move. The exceptional ones act with excellence first, and the feeling follows the action. Over the next 5 minutes, we are going to fix that backward approach. We will build an elite performance daily playbook to force an immediate upgrade in daily behavior. To build this playbook, you need 3 physical items. Grab a pen and a journal, pull up yesterday's typical to-do list, and find a standalone alarm clock that isn't connected to your smartphone. Shifting from a reactive routine to a deliberately designed framework is the most reliable mechanism to generate extraordinary results. Let's build step 1. Open your physical planner to a blank page. At the very top, write this exact phrase: "I am the best I can be, and I am getting better today." This sentence is your new operational benchmark. It establishes what Rohn calls justified confidence. Arrogance is looking at a coworker and declaring, "I am better than you." Justified confidence is entirely internal. It is a private, daily commitment to personal excellence, regardless of what anyone else is doing. The biggest threat to this new confidence sits right next to your bed every morning, your smartphone. We are implementing a strict create before you react rule. That means 0 time spent in your email inbox, 0 text messages, and 0 social media consumption for the first 30 minutes of your day. Average performers hit the snooze button and mindlessly scroll in the dark. The elite sequence requires you to jump out of bed with purpose immediately and go straight to your journal. Spend those first 10 minutes in a proactive state. Look at the benchmark you just wrote. Visualize your required outcomes for the day, and set clear, specific intentions before any outside input reaches your brain. Aggressively owning the first hour of your morning guarantees the rest of your day is driven by your own high standards, rather than the demands and emergencies of other people. Now, pull out that typical to-do list you used yesterday. We are going to use it as a diagnostic baseline to audit your current operating system. Look at this digital layout on screen. Average task lists are full of weak, non-committal vocabulary. Words like try, maybe, or attempt give your brain an immediate psychological escape route when things get difficult. Physically cross those words out. Replace them with definitive, authoritative action verbs. Instead of "I'll try," write "I will" and "I can." Instead of "finish project," write "complete masterfully." This converts your generic checklist into a success list. Part of this elevated standard is how you prepare. You don't just plan for everything to go smoothly. You actively create specific contingency plans for what might go wrong. This success list changes your daily stopping point. You no longer clock out just because you feel physically tired. You stop working when the job is done perfectly. There is a sharp distinction between completing tasks to the minimum expected level of your boss and executing them with a level of excellence that is genuinely exceptional. Your daily schedule is no longer a record of annoying chores. It is a carefully curated inventory of opportunities to prove your capability. The most common human instinct is to delay these new habits. People tell themselves they'll start fresh on Monday or the beginning of next month. The absolute ultimate test of acting like the best happens out of sight. It is measured by how you perform a task when absolutely no one is watching or verifying your work. Apply the no supervision rule. Look at your current task and ask, would the best person in the world at this job cut a corner here? If the answer is no, you do not cut the corner. This level of execution must become completely decoupled from your current mood. Elite performance dictates that you do the right thing, whether you feel motivated to do it or not. Look at this chart tracking daily output. Holding yourself to an emotionless internal standard forces growth. It doesn't happen in massive overnight leaps. It happens in small, unbroken inches, compounding over months of daily, unglamorous execution. True discipline is simply the act of enforcing your own rigorous internal standards. especially when the external world expects far less of you. Look down at the playbook you just created. You have your written benchmark at the top, a clear rule for your first morning hour, and a strict success list guiding your daily output. A deliberate psychological shift has just occurred. You are no longer competing with the average people around you to scrap for limited existing opportunities. You are now creating your own. From this moment forward, your only real competition is yesterday's version of yourself. Now take the final physical step. Set your dedicated alarm clock for tomorrow morning. Take your smartphone, place it on a shelf entirely out of your bedroom, and just leave it right there. Acting as if you are the best is no longer a theoretical experiment. It is your permanent operational reality. Wake up tomorrow and get to work.